So let's get into it. First game of the finals, 2Art Gaming and Squirtle Squad. This is the first for me as Squirtle Squad. I've not had the pleasure, but damn if they didn't come in swinging. On the left-hand side will be 2Arc, and it will be Squirtles with the first pick, first ban over on red. And they say no dice to Zagara here on Sky Temple. We return that with a Tyrande ban. Squirtle Squad then says first pick, all right, we'll be taking that Uther, easy peasy. Which leads us into a Tassadar Jaina pickup from the guys in the 2Arc. So once again, they do actually pick up that Jaina. Uther was valued a little bit more priority than some of these half supports, it seems. But the Tassadar is secure, and the Tyrande is out, which means Squirtle Squad might actually have to go something a bit more traditional with a triple DPS or a double tank with no flex option whatsoever. They return with the Kael'thas, so the mages are distributed evenly on both sides. History says then we should actually see a Muradin here, or some kind of tank. Muradin or Johanna. Now, if you do actually have the second option, we have seen the double damage dealers go forward, but Kael'thas, Jaina has, I think, traditionally been the double damage that was set up for the first pick, and we didn't really get that. Now, Squirtle Squad is just going to be safe and take their Muradin pick, so they do actually have the trifecta ready to go by ban phase. Now, things that you would usually see banned out by now would be a Zeratul or a Leoric. Neither of them have really been priority tonight. It's all been about Zagaras, Tyrandas, Uthers, Kael'thas's. Most of them are already now picked, so we've seen some Sonya bans, but I didn't see Squirtle Squad playing the Sonya. It was actually the ones that they defeated, the Divine Shield, that actually rocked that. So 2Arc here could actually ban pretty much anything at this point. If it will be a double tank, then they might go for the Arthas, but then again, they might be thinking of an Arthas for themselves. So it just feels a bit more safer to ban out a DPS. As I said, the Tyrande and the Tassa, the flex, the half supports are already kind of taken here by 2Arc, either as a ban or a pick, so you don't have to worry about that, and it will be the Illidan to be joining the ranks of the bans today. Not the DPS I was thinking, but Squirtle Squad, maybe a little bit of afraid of an Abathur Illidan by the end of it. Abathur Uther is a very strong kind of support comp. Then you have the double Illadins into there. So far, we have no stuns on 2Arc, and we already got the Muradin on the Squirtle Squad as well, which could be taken as a bit of a counter to any kind of big auto-attack heavy melees like Illidan, like Butcher. So Illidan is going to be out. Squirtle Squad now going to probably return the favor. I would ban a Johanna, personally. If you don't want to ban that, then you have to ban a support, and it actually will be the support ban itself of Malfurion. So the double supports, or the double flexes are out, and Uther Malfurion are now out as well. 2Arc very likely to turn to a monk to finish up their deal. And if it is going to be a monk, Squirtle Squad probably wants to be very hesitant about going for a double warrior. But we need a warrior themselves here from 2Arc as well. Johanna's still on the board. We could go into a Sonya if they do want to be a bit more bruiser-ish, but then Muradin with that reverberation build is going to be a little bit of a thorn in their side. We could go for a double tank themselves. Zagara's out, but the double ice magics, the double slowing capacity of a Jaina and an Arthas could actually do very well in some of these team fights. 2Arc will actually pick up the Sonya, and they will actually go for Johanna. So the Johanna was definitely a pick in the mind, but I wasn't too sure if they want to go for range damage or a melee, and it looks like it will be Sonya to join the ranks. Squirtle Squad at this point, they have the Uther, they got a Kael and a Muradin. They can't go into flex, so this is the big opportunity for the triple assassin. See, the thing is, with a double tank, it's going to be a monk. Like, 2Arc, I think, has to monk at this point. But Squirtle Squad, if they go for a double tank, then they just got to deal with that percentage damage. To go for a single tank, well, Muradin might not be able to survive through it regardless. So you might need to actually go for the double just to split everything up. They have to deal with force walls, so anybody with mobility is kind of highly valued here. Kael'thas doesn't have any, Uther doesn't have any, but they shouldn't be far enough forward anyways for that force wall to really matter. Squirtle Squad will go for the Vala. Will they go for the triple DPS, or will it be the double tank? That's kind of just the big question on my mind. They got 30 seconds here on full time to kind of figure it all out. Are we missing anybody big right now? Haven't seen any Sylvanas or Leorics or Zeratuls. I'm not too sure Zeratul picked into a Tassadar will actually yield anything, and Illidan was already banned out. Kerrigan, Muradin, roam comp early? might work. But again, you got to deal with the force wall. If the Kerrigan engages with a leap, Tassadar will actually punish that with a force wall and probably just take down despite the best efforts. It will be the triple range. It will be Kael'thas, Vala, and Raynor to go for Squirtle Squad, and now 2 Arc, they got to pick up their support. I'm still leaning towards a Monk, but if it's not going to be a Monk, who's left? Lily? Lily with the blinds could actually not work out terribly here. Raynor, Valor, both auto attack heroes. Muradin with those mini stuns in his big avatar form could actually get denied pretty harsh here as well. The bigger problem with Lily, though, is her lack of kind of upfront sustain. Yeah, okay. It will just be the Monk. I don't know why I second-guess myself a lot, but it's all about the discussion of what could possibly happen rather than getting it right. So, 2 Arc on the left with the double support, Squirtle Squad with the triple assassin. We got the front line of the Johanna and the Sonya to go up against just really that Muradin. Uther, I suppose, could technically be part of the front line, but the Divine Shield probably going to be saved for one of the DPS rather than the tank. Muradin's going to have to eat a lot of 7-sided strikes as long as Uther's in that kind of bubble with him, or you can actually shield through the strikes. That would be an ult for an ult, but I'm not entirely too sure that's the best way to use it. Now, when Sonya engages through this, I mean, she has to deal with Muradin, who will... I have to think that he's going to pick up some kind of reverberation. The level 1 for the attack speed, that's pretty much all you have to really do. You don't need to get Thunderburn past that. You can still go Sledgehammer into it, but slowing down the attack speeds of not only the Monk, but Sonya as well will yield some good benefits. Using the Muradin to full advantage. We got the stuns coming in from Uther as well. Sonya's going to be very hard pressed to kind of keep that whirlwind going. So if she doesn't rely on the whirlwind just for the smashes then, or she could just be a split lane, a split pusher in the far lane. She could also just be a jungler. There's a lot of things you can do with Sonya that doesn't not necessarily reflect on her whirlwind capability, but against a squad like this, I mean, there's way too many stuns and pushbacks, I think, to get a lot of value out of it. As we get into the lobby, we're going to get this one rolling here for you, ladies and gentlemen. Squirtle Squad, I want to say, has definitely the bigger potential for bursting out someone. There's no invulnerabilities available for 2 Arc, which means Squirtle Squad could try to dive deep and then use the Divine Shield as an escape mechanism for whoever is that deep. But between Raynor, Vala, and Kael'thas, I think controlling that Sonya is going to be number 1. If they can catch the Kharazim instead of the Sonya, it could even be better. Curious to see if it will actually be the 7-sided strike. You could make a case for the Divine Palm here. With that much damage on Squirtle Squad, it's going to be very hard pressed to kind of coordinate who to hit and when. But very likely it will still just be that Palm. Johanna into the front. I mean, she's Johanna. She won't care about any of those kind of stuns for a good while. The big question is, will the shields and heals from Kharazim and Tassadar be enough to keep Sonya going? Or she's just kind of going to be a scapegoat. If she attracts all the stuns, I mean, that's a lot of freed up now pressure that the rest of the team can capitalize on. If she goes down every fight, but they get 2 or 3 kills in the return, it's not a bad trade whatsoever. As we wait for the game to actually... Oh, there it is. Because I don't think we're actually waiting on anything, really, but Sky Temple is going to be the map here, ladies and gentlemen, as we jump into that battleground. I gotta say, these new loading screens are absolutely on top of it. Level 1s abound. Not level 1s. Rank 1s abound on both sides. Sunshine hiding rank with that level 40. I don't like the fact that you can actually hide rank in, like, Hero League. It should show me your Hero League in Hero League. I don't care what you have it set to. In Team League, show me your Team League. In Quick Match, I don't care what you show me. In Customs, don't care what you show me. But, I don't know. That's just a personal gripe. We'll be 2 Arc here on the left-hand side. We'll be Squirtle Squad here on the right. 2 Arc has been undefeated all the way to finals in a majority of these Go4Heroes games, but now without their typical companions of Team Blaze. Not entirely too sure how this one will go. We just came off a game of Squirtle Squad with a 4-level lead by the end of it over their opponents, and well, that's nothing to shake a stick at either. Trader, Crone, Sunshine, Insomnia, and LZ Gamer here on the left representing 2 Arc, whereas Daihu, Goku, Jun, Tiger JK, and Evan Drinde here for the Squirtle Squad.
5.
Once again,
4,
it's all the bloody
3,
Hearthstone.
2,
Hello, hello, hello!
1.
My magic will tear you apart. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Hearthstone. Your contributions to esports are legendary. Alright, level 1 talents are up. Yeah, that Seasoned Marksman for a Rainer needs to do as much damage to that double tank combo as possible. Mana Addict Reverberation at level 1, so yeah, that's pretty much as expected from our Murden. Composite Arrows. Curious as to Composite Arrows from Evan Drinde. I guess he's going a bit more for the wider range to try to catch as many as he can. I mean, if a Sony is on you, you just leap away. It shouldn't be too hard to kind of get out of that one. So you don't really need the puncturing arrow. But if a lack of siphoning arrow at level 4 would be interesting. Guess they don't want the heals or don't need the heals. They only got the Uther. If you believe in the Uther, then you absolutely don't need to go for the siphoning whatsoever. LZ, I'm just going to disconnect out of the game, so we'll talk about talents a little bit. There's the Warpaint again from our Sonya. 30% for those auto attack heals. In theory, we'll keep him nice and healthy in this lane, but he's up against Evan Drinde. If he can't catch the Vala, Vala will be able to kite him out a little bit, but he will be able to reclaim hit points through the Whirlwind, through the Warpaint. There's no stuns down here either, so Evan Drinde with that composite arrows and, well, the grenades at level 4, if, well, history will repeat itself, then, yeah, that will actually be good to keep LZ at bay. You're not going to see level 4 until the temples anyways, though. Alright, 3-man top here from the Squirtle Squad. It is attracting 3-man top here for LZ Gamer and crew. Sunshine possibly going to look for Tiger JK. He's going to get found by Jun instead. Throws a blind off there as well, but it doesn't really matter. Jun will just heal it up. LZ and Evan Drinde still again just going to go back and forth. That's the problem. LZ's not going to have to retreat out of that one. Doesn't hit with that spear. Daihu versus Trader. Trader did go for the mana return, Scion Fusion. We saw that last game as well with our Tassadar player. So again, I don't know if this would be more of a storm or a bit more of a support of the Tassadar, but Force Walls have been the name of today's game as well. Big damage coming down there on top of Tiger JK, but not quite enough for a kill. And with these temples up, blue! Wow, T-Work's actually going to take shots from both. Will they be able to keep the top? That's the big question. Zombie is just auto-attacking his way to victory there with those heals, but Crone is going to be the one that's actually caught out. Nice collapse there from Tiger and Goku. That should get this top temple. Sunshine's trying to steal as many shots as they can. What's going on mid? Trader and Daihu are going neck and neck, but almost 3/4 of those shots have already been taken out, and Trader has taken, I think, most of them. 1 tower to 1 tower, but here comes the rest of those shots, and Daihu can't get this, then yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a better trade for Tuark. I think Daihu with that heal and ooh, nice stun, nice stun. There goes Tap there. The heal and the mana tap, I mean, that's going to be enough to take the rest of the shots for red, but the blue collapse will take them instead. So 2 towers, 3 towers compared to 2. Definitely a little bit of a better trade for Tuark. We didn't have Vala into the bottom lane though, so now LZ, he's starting to get that little bit of extra soak. Oh, all right. Apparently Jaina wanted to die. Wait, where did she die? All right, well, she died either way. So LZ is going to be pushing in bottom. Nearly got another tower to his name, but with that Jaina kill, that actually evens up the experience. If the Jaina had survived, definitely was a bit of a better trade for Tuark. They're going to get those level 7s coming in. It will be a Thunderburn for Mirrodin, not a Sledgehammer. So, all right. And once you go Reverberation, I guess you go all Reverberation. There's the focused attack coming up from our Sonya, who very likely... I mean, level 7 has been a bit variable, but Ferocious Healing has kind of been a bit more of the talent of the day. Actually, I guess of the month. Last 2 months? I don't know. Sonya's kind of risen to power for a while now. But with the nerf to Leoric, she's still kind of up there, which is a little surprising. Here's the level 7 talents: Fission Bomb, Conviction, Echo of Heaven. Yeah, we do have a cleanse. This is our first cleanse of the day. How many stuns do we got? Really, just I guess it's for the soft CC, but between these 3 characters, there's a lot of crowd control available to the team on Tuark. Sonya's still figuring it out. So is Tassadar. Tassadar goes for the Leeching Plasm again. Plasma, not Plasma. That's a weird name. And there's the Callous Embrace. This is very different than what we've been seeing the beginning half of the stream, but this is now 2 for 2 in the games. LZ with that push bottom, finally got that tower. Level 8 edging out just slightly here for 2ark. We do actually have a steal potentially coming in. Sunshine is here. Here comes the Jaina. Crone is going to take down that Jaina Tiger. Tiger should be okay. Shun is actually going to get out. Oh, Sunshine didn't have that line ready to go. Here comes Crone again, but just walked right into Goku. Goku, not enough for the steal. Sunshine still on this point. Jun's coming back. Heals is going to be enough. And the double as Drinde comes up into the top lane as well. Triple kill for the Squirtle squad. That steal did not work. But now it's up to Trader in this bottom lane to take as many shots as he can before the collapse here from Squirtle squad. 1 tower, 2 tower. They're going right there on top of the fort, but Trader, he knows what's up. He's going to get out of dodge. And I don't think we're going to see a contest here from 2ark. They do not have the map positioning. There's the ferocious healing. To kind of do anything else down to this bottom lane. So this should be enough shots and push for the towers. There's no mercenaries to back up this bottom lane push, so I don't think they'll go for fort. To take out the well. They want as many shots as possible on core. Well, there's no response from 2ark. No response. We're actually pushing in mid, trying to trade fort damage for fort damage. Drinde's there. Top is actually getting pushed in much harder. Sunshine, Crone, and Somnia are going to be up there. So it's going to be an attempted fort for fort trade. Unfortunately, we just don't have the damage on these forts. So level 10s will come out. Squirtle squad takes the lead for experience. Up goes the Sonya out from the back of the stun. Sonya is going to take a bit of a dirt nap. I don't know why Pause hides the timers, but there they are. We do got the Wrath of Berserkers. 7-star strike will be an Archon today from Trader. Wants to try to be a bit more of that damagey, but you know, that build doesn't really give me a lot of confidence so far. Throws out the throws out the Oracle. Use them retreating. Divine Shield, Hyperion, Phoenix, Avatar, and Strafe. Good AoE damage coming in from the good set of those ults. Level 11 now edges out just ever so slightly for the Squirtle squad. So bottom lane, the push is kind of starting to mount up, but again, like not a lot of damage on these forts, so there's no real danger at them going down anytime soon. We do got the steal coming in here on top of these giants though, and doesn't look like Daihu's going to be able to do anything about it. Came way too late for that fight. But level 11, weird positioning. If the 7-sided strike does not land damage on top of Daihu, that is a big cooldown now wasted from 2ark, but they got the Kale Sauce anyway. Goku's going to get a heal. And Trader with that giant Archon trying to push forward to take down the Sheriff, but it's just not going to work today. 1 for 0 trade. These Stone Bros got enough work done on top of that tower. That's a good boost of experience again into the pockets of 2ark. We're going to push forward into this fort, and temples are coming up. So a fort and split the temple, or would you go straight bottom? It feels like you should go straight to one of them as a 5-man group. The map positioning is going to be a little bit weaker here from Squirtle squad because Tiger JK just came back up, but both sides are actually going to dip into the bottom lane. LZ is picking up just enough damage here to take down these Stone Bros, but pushing into the bottom with the entire enemy team, they're probably not going to get a lot of value. Nobody's showing on point yet. Nobody's going for the top temple here either. Daihu's now going to be the first one to going forward. He's going to take the first shot, but now it's just going to be evened up with Sunshine there. No level 13 danger yet, so if you want to fight, this is the time, Squirtle squad. LZ finds Goku though, big damage. That's going to get a shield there from Trader. Instead, Daihu is a little bit out of position. He should have that Dwarf Cross available. Yep, and he does. He's going to get right there into Sunshine. Here comes the big Hyperion, doesn't matter. Mirren's going to drop before the Avatars come off the cooldown, and Uther's going to be right there with him. Should be able to heal up the front line here of Squirtle, but I mean, there's enough hit points here for the 5-man collapse on top of this bottom temple, and probably Sunshine could actually go straight top. Start getting some shots on that top one. The Squirtle squad is actually feeling confident. He's saying we got more hit points, but less bodies. Doesn't matter though. The stuns are enough, and Rainer's going to pay that price. And again, low hit points on the side of 2ark, but they have the bodies and they have the skill shots, and well, to be honest, they got a monk as well, so all those auto attacks are just going to be free heals anyways. Now you got to start shifting gears and look into that top lane. Level 13 danger has come and gone. It's now the 13 advantage for 2ark. Burning Rage, Ice Block, Mystical Spear, Relentless, and Prescience coming out there as well. Daihu's going to take some good shots up here. Sunshine is finally going to go into this top. And there goes the rest of the shots, bottom. This is probably going to be a 5-man collapse from 2Arc. I mean, there's so many shots left on this. It's worth their time fighting it. They have level 13, whereas their opponents do not. In fact, even level 14, a little bit of extra bonus on top of that. And this should be the rest of the shots. The map positioning is starting to finally come to a close. Tiger JK is here now with the team. They want this 13. They need 13 before they can do anything, but God, it's taking forever. All right, 13 approved. Giant Killer, Thunder Strike. Really? All right. Frost Shot coming in. Chain Bomb, Shrink Ray. Immediately, we go right onto the point there for Daihu. Jun into those bushes, trying to just ward off, and it looks like the last 5 shots will go the way of Squirtle Squad, and that's enough for the fort. All 5 actually ran into the fort. Nice to be done. Doesn't matter. I mean, with the 5-man push squad here, they would have taken it regardless. But still, 2-level advantage. Level and a half advantage going from 2Arc. They pick up their bruisers very nicely. That's going to be some counter pressure into that top lane, but no forts remain for Squirtle Squad. Next temple phases will be keeps for 2Arc. And we're not getting any kind of big push coming out from Squirtles. They're going to go for their giants? Yeah, but 2Arc kind of senses that. Daihu doesn't start them, but he's really thinking about it. Tiger JK is going to show himself bottom. Sunshine's not going to get a little bit aggressive as he goes in. Goku's going to try to force him back, but Daihu is fighting those giants. The footsies are real. Who are we missing? There's the monk. He's way up there. 7-sided strike. Everything's ready to go. Everything is ready to go. All the heroics are there. That's going to be big damage on top of Judge. No shield. No shield is going to go out. Now Daihu eats that entire 7-sided strike as Insomnia looking for that kill. Jaina into the back. She's going to be able to finish it off. Daihu's going to get so many heals from the Uther, but it doesn't matter. The 5-man collapse. Jun was just too locked up in order to get off any kind of shield, and the Phoenix as well. Back onto cooldown. And this should be a keep. 100%. We got Stone Bros in the back and a 5-man defense against the 0 defender squad. Level 16 on the back of that 5-man as well. Brings us into Numbing Blast, imposing presence. No escape for our Sonya. She's going to get that movement speed, and here's the next set of temples as well. Circle of Life and Dimensional Warp will finish off the 16s, but hey, why go for a temple when you can get a free boss? That's exactly what they're going to do right here. We are just way too defensive right now. Squirtle Squad is basically stuck in their base. All 3 lanes are pushing in. They've lost out that keep into the bottom. They got to be very wary of catapults, which are, there we go, there's the first wave. Daihu will take the eye. We'll notice that it's only Sunshine here into the mid, but already so many shots being taken for free in the bottom by Insomnia. That's going straight here to the mid keep. Now with double temple. If they can control both temples, then it does not look like there's going to be a choice here from Squirtle Squad as they got to defend against this boss, otherwise they go straight to core. That's going to be 2 keeps. That will be bottom keep and mid keep done on the back of that 5-man wipe. They bring the boss down low enough. They now want to try to contest this midpoint. They might get a few shots off it if they can chase 2Arc away. Yeah, alright, they're just going to give it up. Insomnia thinking he can come up for the fight, decides nope, maybe not. He's going to take the rest of the shots. And this will be, what, 7 or 8 for Squirtle Squad? That's not enough to take down the keep, or the fort. They'll get a tower out of it. Hey, every little bit counts. They need that level 16 if they want to try to fight on even talent tiers. But the core did not take damage from the bot. The bottom lane collapse will be good for that level 16, and there it is. Berserk. That's a gutsy one. As long as you don't attack the Johanna, of course you won't have that imposing presence hit, but Berserk from this auto attack build, top of Rainer. Not going to go for this control stun. You got the Arcane Barrier, Stone Form, Blood for Blood, and Benediction. And this is a kind of cool party bush. Daihu's going to look, yep, going to find him. There's a monk there. He's not going to throw out the 7-sided strike unless that Uther Shield is done. LDs are kind of rolling right through them with that whirlwind. Sunshine into the back, low hit points. There's the 7-sided. Good ice block coming out first from the Jaina. Will actually keep throwing up, and it's enough to take down Murden on the back of Rainer. And that is the triple on top of Uther as well. Once more, no Divine Shield in that fight. Big misplays coming out of Squirtle Squad. this should begin. Level 19, 16 advantage. 2 arc. We don't need anything else. We're going to finish this one out. And it does look like, with Kael'thas going down, Evan Drinda the only defender, we have ourselves a Game 1 victor. And our first best of 3 of the night. These are the finals. Go4Heroes Cup 45. Well faced. We're going to go to game number 2.
The light of the sun grows within the temple. Soon they shall pass in.
Two arcs so far, living up to the hype. When we get to the finals, they're able to take a game. The big question is now, can they take this second game for a quick 2-0 and go home the victors for the first time in many weeks here for the Go4Heroes series? Nice comp, though, coming out by the end of it. Didn't really need those whirlwinds, but you definitely saw them peppered in there. But the Sonya burst, with the help of Karazim and the 7-sided strike, they were able to almost immediately take down Uther repeatedly. I don't think we had a Divine Shield in those last 2 fights, and that Divine Shield is a big cooldown and a very important one. If you lock him up and he can't cast it, cleanse be damned, you're out. And, you know, you can't cast it as... WoW dead anymore, so it's a big deal if you take Uther and you can't shield. So I already see a custom game invite, so we're going to get this one going here. Game number 2 coming your way in just a moment.